Welcome back to the channel, YouTube. Let me talk to you. So today we're going to be diving into the Marvels, and I have to say that I've got some heavy mixed feelings about this one. This very well may be the nail in the coffin for Disney Marvel, so to speak. Currently, at this moment, the global box office numbers for the Marvels is sitting around $110 million. With these numbers, the Marvels is now the lowest grossing opening film for Disney's MCU. This movie did worse than The Flash. This movie did worse than Black Adam. And this movie did worse than Thor Love and Thunder. This is a film, in my opinion, that is one of the worst in the MCU. So the bar for the superhero films in this era is set pretty low. And for a film to go even lower is quite frankly impressive. So let's get into it. So Act One really caught me off guard. I went into this film with very low expectations, and surprisingly, the beginning was quite engaging. The character introductions, the setup, everything seemed promising. But yet, even at this point, I still had my reservations, and I was cautiously optimistic throughout the first 20 minutes of the film. But to be honest with you guys, the first 20 minutes of the film was the best part. However, this didn't last long at all. Now, my expectations were already set low, and you know what they say about expectations? That they never live up to the hype. And unfortunately, Act 2 takes us on a downward spiral that I was expecting to get from this film from the very start. Act 2 started off totally different from the very first 20 minutes of the film. What we got was a musical number directly out of an episode of High School Musical. This went on for what seemed to be about 10 minutes. And this right here absolutely destroyed any glimmer of hope that I had left for this film based on the entertainment that I got from Act 1. Now, the downward spiral just continues from here. The villain was very underwhelming, both in her character development and in her motives that really drove the plot forward. Nothing about this villain screamed, I should be feared. Now, the two best villains that we have gotten in any form in the MCU were Thanos and the High Evolutionary. Nothing else so far has come close. And Darban is just another villain like all the rest of the villains in the MCU that is a product of poor writing and a product of the inability to create compelling characters. This has been the plague of modern day Hollywood for the last decade. And it's unfortunate because there's so much more story to be told from the pages of these comics that we grew up with. And Disney themselves, Disney Marvel, is dropping the ball over and over and over. The film overall was just not up to par, in my opinion. Sure, it wasn't that bad, or as bad as I thought it was going to be, or as bad as I anticipated, but that's largely due to my low expectations because they were at rock bottom coming into this film. The plot felt disjointed, the characters lacked depth, and the pacing for me just left me scratching my head as to what was coming next. The Marvels absolutely missed the mark. The storyline struggled to find its footing, leaving me questioning where all this was going to head. It's disappointing when a promising start, albeit a promising start with low expectations, doesn't translate into a satisfying overall experience. This film got what it deserved. It is the worst film, in my opinion, in the MCU. In conclusion, while Act 1 provided some sort of glimmer of hope, the Marvels failed to live up to any expectation that I had. It wasn't the disaster that I feared, but that's also not saying much because, like I said, I had expectations so low. Now, if you're a hardcore Marvel fan, you might get some redeeming qualities out of this, but for the average moviegoer, it's going to leave you wanting a lot more than the film actually offers up. What are your thoughts on the Marvels? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you think Disney Marvel can come back from this disaster of a film? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Until next time, guys, my name's Lincoln. This has been an RPG show. Like, comment, sub, and I'm out. Peace.